Hello, world. A program that outputs or displays Hello World is often the first program that people write when they are learning a new coding language. So if I were writing code for a talking robot, I might start with a program that tells the robot to say, Hello, world. Many things can look like a robot, but they're just statues unless they have been programmed to carry out complicated actions on command or automatically. And many robots don't look like this. A robot is any machine that replaces human effort, like the way this round automated vacuum cleaner replaces me having to sweep the floors. Real robots have impacted our lives in many ways. Stay tuned to learn more about how humans make and code robots and the ways they help us every day.
Robot terminology, sensors.
So you already know that people have 5 senses that help us know what's happening around us. We use our eyes and ears and mouth and nose so that we can see, hear, taste, and smell. Plus we use our hands to touch or feel. Even if a robot doesn't look like it has a face or hands though, it might have sensors built in that help it detect and respond to things like color, sound, temperature, or how far away something is. You know when you go to wash your hands and you put your hands under the faucet and the water automatically starts coming out? You put your hands close to a sensor that told the faucet to turn on.
Robots are extremely cool, but who actually takes the time to build and operate them? When you grow up, you can get a job building robots as a robot engineer, a computer scientist, or even work with them as a robot controller. A robot engineer is a scientist that designs and builds robots. These engineers decide what supplies to use to make a robot and come up with a way to make the robot move. Robot engineers love math and science and also understand how to code on computers. Speaking of computers, another cool job that helps create robots is a computer scientist. Robots are useless on their own, so a computer scientist or programmer teaches robots what to do by giving it a 7 directions called code that looks like a bunch of symbols and letters. And finally, did you know that you can still have a job working with robots even if you don't actually build one? There are several jobs out there where people use robots to help make their job faster and better. People who work at a car assembly plant use robots to help them build cars because they can quickly paint cars and bond the metal together. Other professionals that use robots in their career are doctors. Robotic surgery helps doctors make small cuts, and this helps reduce pain, scars, and reduces the time that a patient has to spend in the hospital. There's also a good chance that you could work alongside a robot if you become a police officer. Police officers use drones and other bots to collect evidence, watch over communities, and keep us safe. What other types of workers build or operate robots?
Okay guys, we have a design challenge for you. In the year 3000, what do you think robots will look like? What will they be able to do? I'm going to make a list of all the things I want my robot to do, and then design it. I want it to be a delivery robot dog. I think he looks friendly. And I included a scanner so he can read the package codes.
What kind of robot can you design?
Hola a todos! Hello everyone! My name is Minerva or Minerva and welcome to Un Minuto en Español, where you have an opportunity to learn some really cool words in Spanish in 1 minute. Soy un robot. I'm just kidding! But seriously, robots or robots are super fascinating machines. Humans can programar or program robots to do all sorts of things, even perform surgery. Isn't that cool? Codificar or coding is a way we tell robots what to do step by step. Robots have built-in sensores or sensors, and that helps them to interact around in their environment. If you could programar a robot, what would you make it do?
At the start of this episode, Angela told us what a robot is. It's a machine that does a task without the help of a person. There are literally thousands of robots doing all kinds of different jobs around the world. When I say the word robot, you might think of something that looks similar to humans. We call those humanoid robots. Writings from ancient Greece and China tell us of toys called automatons, which were like robots. These first robots did in fact look a lot like humans. However, unlike the robots of today that use computers to control them, these robots used mechanical wheels with grooves cut in them. This automaton is from the 1800s and can draw 4 different pictures and write 3 poems, 1 in English and 2 in French. However, most robots of the modern day look nothing like us. Most robots are designed to complete a task that is either too dangerous for humans, a task that is very repetitive, or a task that can be more effectively completed with the help of a robot. Let's take a look at some examples of robots we use to help us complete tasks. These robots are sorting chocolates as they get ready to get put in packaging. These robots are working a lot faster than any human could. This robot is sorting and stacking luggage that is getting ready to be put on a plane. The robot is scanning each bag to get its size and then figure out how it would best fit inside this container. This keeps people safe because they don't have to repeatedly lift heavy suitcases. Also, the robot can pack more bags into a space better than any human could. We call that being more efficient. Robots can also help us save time as well. You might even have a helpful robot in your house right now. Many of you have a robot vacuum in your house that helps keep it clean. That saves you time, and it can even be done while you're away. Some robots on factory production lines don't need to use a computer in order to complete their task. They use gears, belts, and other timing mechanisms. What about this robot? Have you ever seen it before? This is NASA's Perseverance rover that is currently on the surface of Mars. Right now, it's too dangerous for humans to go to Mars, so NASA uses the Perseverance rover to study our planetary neighbor. There are 7 different scientific instruments on Perseverance that are used to study the surface of Mars. So how does a robot like the Perseverance rover or even a robot on a car assembly line know what to do? Robots don't just know what to do and how to do it, they're all programmed. A programmer writes the code that are instructions, and that tells the robot how to move and when to move. Remember earlier when Christina talked about different sensors that robots can use? These sensors can be very important tools that allow the robot to interact with its environment without the help of people. It takes at least 8 minutes to send an instruction to the Perseverance rover on Mars. It would then take at least 8 minutes to get a response back. That's at least 16 minutes round trip. If a rover was in danger, it might be too late at that point to do anything. The Perseverance rover needs to be autonomous. Autonomous means having the freedom to control itself. There has been a lot of talk recently about autonomous cars, and in the future, you may not even need anyone in the driver's seat anymore. Robots have come a very long way since the automaton, and they can do so much more for us today. They keep us from having to do work in dangerous environments. They can even entertain us like at a theme park. Take a look around you each day. You might be surprised with how many robots you interact with every day.
Do the robot.
Quick, what's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of robot competitions? This is what I think of. Ouch, that must have hurt. Can robots feel pain? We're not talking about that kind of robot competition where giant robots fight in space. We're talking about real competitions that real kids can participate in.
Robots cannot feel pain, but we can feel the boogie. Tell me more about these fun competitions.
A robot competition is an event where the abilities and characteristics of robots may be tested and assessed. Usually, they have to be other robots in order to become the best one. Not all robot competitions occur in person. You can participate in a virtual competition, or you can sign up for a league where there are teammates and a coach. So how about it? Are you interested? One option is the Wonder League Robotics Competition. That one is completely virtual and completely free. Another option is the FIRST Robotics Competition. That requires for you to participate on a team and it occurs in person. Both of these are great options, and both of these programs offer great prizes such as scholarships for school. When you participate in a robotics competition, you can make friends, develop your coding abilities, and learn how to problem solve. These skills built over time can add up to real practical knowledge in science and technology. Who knows? Maybe you'll be the next inventor of something cool, like the robotic lawnmower.
I've got a game for us to play. This is called Code a Friend. You'll need one person to say the codes, or to program the person, and the other person is gonna be the robot. Now your job as the robot is to take stuff super literally, because that's how robots think. And as the coder, as the programmer, it's your job to break stuff down into real small parts. That way the robot, who interprets things in a really literal way, can follow exactly what you want them to do. You ready? Let's try it.
I'm going to ask the robot to stack the cups in this formation. Pick up cup. Move cup stack in front, pick up cup, and stack cups on top of each other.
Well, that didn't work. I wonder why. That's right. Okay, so our robots take stuff super literally. So when we move the cups in front of the robot or ask the robot to move them in front, it made more sense. But then the robot still just put it back down. Maybe we should try telling the robot how much to move over or forward or backwards. I wonder if that would work. You want to try it? All right, let's try it.
Hand up, right, down, hold, pick up, left, down, release. Center, pick up, left, down, release. Center, pick up, forward, down. Center, up, forwards, backwards, down, release. Up, right, down, forward, down, hold, up, backwards, down, release. We did it! Yay!
Robot terminology, drag and drop.
Drag and drop means to drag images from one place and drop them in another location or workspace. Drag and drop.
If you want to learn more about robots, you probably already know by now that there are lots of games online that help you learn about coding as you play, like when Tanji showed you about what it means to drag and drop. Here are some of my favorite ones. Ozobot.com has the Ozobot Simulator and Shape Tracers games. Even if you don't have a robot at home, kids from 2nd grade and up can code a virtual robot. And you can't go wrong with code.org or scratch.mit.edu. If you want to connect in person, you can check to see if your school has a robotics club that you can join. They might even compete in the first LEGO League or Wonder Workshop competitions that Kim talked about earlier. I'm also a really big fan of the cup stacking game that Olivia showed us. Keep playing that and finding new ways to code your friends. Instead of stacking cups, maybe you can code a friend to do a silly dance. And of course, we have lots of fiction and nonfiction books about robots at the library. Check out Robots from the DK Find Out series. Bots, Book 1 in a collection by Russ Boltz. How to Code a Sandcastle by Josh Funk. Robot Queen from the Kylie Jean series by M. Peshke. And Doug Unplugged, a picture book by Dan Yaccarino. Now let's all unplug. Thanks for joining us for this episode of the Learn, Dream, Do show. We'll see you next time.